Hey everybody, I just rigged up the sweetest setup for this video. My camera is hanging by the loop on the back on a music stand. And I'm just so proud of my redneck tripod right now. My husband actually got me a tripod for Christmas, like the kind that you can like wrap around things. And I'm pretty excited about that. So welcome to Wednesday, weigh-in, weight loss, weight, body things, updates. So today just got away from me. Can you tell that I am so tired? I feel like I'm slurring my speech. 31 weeks pregnant. I'm really feeling the tiredness again, but otherwise I'm feeling really good. My gestational diabetes is totally under control. It's actually very easy for me to manage. I don't know why this whole like no stress approach is like working so well for me, because you guys have seen me, like I have struggled hardcore with binging, overeating, staying on plan, emotional eating, and I don't know if it's that my ADD is finally being managed and so I'm not as impulsive. I don't know what it is. But I just feel so much less stressed now that I'm not obsessing about tracking, weighing, measuring, which is just so funny because I used to think that that was my biggest problem, is that I just never knew like how much I was eating and I wasn't keeping track and I was just always overdoing it and always binging. But really now that like my brain is free from that, it's like I find myself making like really good choices, and I have been, I feel like, for a lot of my pregnancy. So I'm 31 weeks and so far I've gained 17.8 pounds, and I've had 2 appointments where I had like a 4 to 5 pound gain, and that was the most. So for the most part I haven't really been, aside from those like 2 major appointments, like it's just been a very slow and steady weight gain. And I was looking back on my other pregnancies, and by this point I had already gained over 20 pounds both times, and I've had diabetes all 3 times, and my blood sugars are way easier for me to manage right now, and it's been the easiest time for me having diabetes. And I don't think it's because I've had it before. I think it's because I'm just not obsessing about it, and I'm trusting my body. I feel like every choice that I make has like my best interest and my baby's best interest in mind. Whereas before I was just following rules. And even when I was doing Weight Watchers, which I love, I mean, huge fan of Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers has really been a good thing for me, but it's like I was just following rules, and it was somebody else's rules, and there was always a rule, even if I was like tailoring it to the kinds of foods that I liked. I mean, it was just following rules, and I'm a rule follower, and I have been since I was like a little kid. Like I hated getting in trouble. I was like always trying to be like the teacher's pet. When I play games like with my kids, like rules are very important to me, which is kind of funny. And not to get like way off topic, but being a musician, that's what I did my schooling in. That's kind of what I'm trained in, is music. Music is like this crazy world where like rules and creativity like combined to create something absolutely beautiful, because there has to be rules, but if it's just rules, it's really, really boring. And if there's no rules, then you're not counting, you're not playing what's written, you're not going to play the right notes, it's going to sound awful. And so I think that there is a part of my brain that like really thrives on the rules, like do this, it will lead to this result. And I think that getting hung up on having these expectations, like if I do this, if I do Weight Watchers perfectly, if I do keto perfectly, if I do this perfectly, I will lose weight every single week. And for me, since getting a little bit older, being less active than I was in college, hormones, major thyroid problems, autoimmune disease problems. My weight loss journey has never been A plus B equals C. It has been like just so crazy, and that is so frustrating to me because I want it to be A plus B equals C. You know, I see people on Instagram, on YouTube, in life that, you know, they do the plan perfectly, they lose perfectly every week. You know, if they have a bad week, they can chalk it up to, well, I overate, and it just seems to be like a really simple thing for them. Whereas for me, it has not been simple for many, many years. I have struggled with my weight for many years. I was overweight growing up, and then during college, I lost like 70 pounds, and I was just doing kind of exactly what I'm doing right now. I was not following a particular program. I was not part of Weight Watchers at that time. I was not doing like crazy diets. I just like tried really hard to focus on eating less and really focusing on healthy foods. And that is exactly what I'm doing right now. And so far, I've gained the least amount of all 3 pregnancies so far. My blood sugars have been beautiful. I am not keeping a food journal. I am not looking at my carbs before I eat. I literally eat foods that I just know are low carb. And if I am eating something that's a carb, I don't say, well, I'm going to have up to 15 grams of carbs or up to 30 grams of carbs. Like the rule, you know, like you can have up to this many carbs, because every food is going to affect my blood sugar differently. And I've seen that. Yogurt totally affects my blood sugar differently than a sweet potato. Bread affects my blood sugar totally different than a piece of fruit. And it's not always what you would expect. And so just because I have 30 grams of carbs of something, which I never eat that much in one sitting, but if I did, I would always want the very same blood sugar 2 hours later. Does that make sense? And my body does not work that way. And so kind of like letting go of this expectation that if I do this, this, and this, and this right, and follow these exact same rules, I'm always going to have a predictable result, and just kind of being more smart and trusting my body, and like kind of learning what foods tend to keep my blood sugar really low. I mean, that's what I'm after. I'm after low blood sugar. And so I know that I can eat eggs and cheese and avocado and meats and do pretty well. I know that I can have lots of vegetables. I know that I can have a low carb tortilla, and that does not get my blood sugar out of whack. I know that I can have some Greek yogurt, and I know that I can have a little bit of peanut butter. I know that oatmeal is not really my friend. I know that sweet potatoes, I do awesome when I'm eating sweet potatoes, and actually regular potatoes too. And when I have something like that, I'm just smart about it. Like I just have a few bites and focus on the meat and the vegetables. And I'm not keeping a food journal. I'm not adding up my carbs before I eat them. I'm just trying to be like really, really smart and intuitive about it. And my blood sugars have all been really, really good. The times that I had sweets, my blood sugar was out of range. And I anticipated that. And when I saw that my blood sugar was high, I did what a normal diabetic should do, and I went and exercised and tested my blood sugar a little bit later to make sure that it came back down, and it did. Fasting, everything reset, and I've been fine. So I just think that I have surprised myself with what I'm capable of, and I love not being stressed out about it. I just think about how stressed, having these rules made me, these rules about food. And I see that that works for so many people. And so I just naturally assumed that that would work for me. But really, I think that the stress like backfires on me. So anyway, I'm probably going to run out of space on my phone very quickly. And I'm probably going to ramble because I'm so tired. I totally meant to make this video during nap time, and instead I was on the hunt for a few things for our bedroom that's now downstairs. I am so excited to show you our house, and I have been putting it off because every room continues to need a little bit more work, and I'm probably being way too much of a perfectionist. So hopefully this weekend or the next weekend, I'll be ready to do like a little mini home tour because we have done so much work. But of course, trying to do all of the decorating and all that on a shoestring budget, like I am trying to use everything that I have without having to go buy anything new. Although I would love to just like go on a giant shopping spree and just spend however much money I wanted, but that would not help us with our financial goals. So anyway, I haven't forgot, and I'm really hoping that very soon everything will be put together enough to just kind of show you where we're at. And of course it will be a work in progress. So anyway, just a reminder, I'm going to start or keep up with my videos on, oh, you did, good job.
And I got all kinds of money and me.
Wow.
But I buy every kind of human I have, any money I just have.
Wow.
And we got 4,000 and we got like TIE fighters.
High five. Daddy will be upstairs in just a few minutes. Okay. Love you.
Love you, Mom.
Bye.
Hey, Mom. Don't make a video. Hey, Mom. After I'm done with your video, can I make a video of me
Of course.
playing video games?
Of course.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome. I love him. He is my little pride and joy. Anyway, I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, my schedule. Mondays are going to be money, budgeting, finances, not financing. Oh my gosh, listen to me. As we work to get out of debt. Like, I feel like I have these big goals. I'm very excited to get back on my weight loss journey. So that's going to be continuing as like the main focus of this channel when I have the baby and I'm back in that zone. So Wednesdays will be like the weight loss videos. Mondays will be basically focusing on budgeting, our debt snowball, that sort of thing. And then Fridays are going to be like a free-for-all family, cleaning, maybe a vlog, maybe a haul. And I really want to keep up with those videos. Those are all three things that I continue to stay passionate about. And I enjoy watching other people's videos about that. So if you have made it this far and you have a channel, leave a comment, let me know. I will go and subscribe to you. Let's help each other out. Let's support each other on our channels and on our journeys, whether it's motherhood, getting out of debt, weight loss, trying to get healthy, overcoming binging. I mean, it's all the things over here. So thank you so much for watching. And if you're new and you've just stopped by, I hope that you'll subscribe before you leave. And I'll see ya in my next video. Hopefully this weekend, sometime like Friday, Saturday is when I'll have my next video up. So see you then.